Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to this lecture. So this is me Alia Waheed, and in this video we are going to discuss about the fibers which are originate from the animal source. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the fibers which are originating from the animal plant source. So two fibers are originate from the animal source. They are wool and seal. So what is a wool? Wool is the synonyms of wool is that it is the animal wool or the sheep wool. What is the source of it? It is the ovis aries. It is a sheep name. So sheep contain an outer protective covering. So from this covering we shed this covering and the wool is obtained from it. So sheep is producing this covering which is called as a wool. What is the family? Bovidae is its family. Geographical source is in Russia, Africa and America and India also. So what is the preparation of it? So how to prepare it? First of all, you have to cut the wool from the sheep of the body. Then you have to clean it by removing all the dust and rust. And after that, you have to wash it. You are going to wash it with the soap water, warm water, or an organic solvent to remove the wool grease. After that, you will convert it into the sheet and convert this sheet into a rope. Let's discuss about the composition of it. So the nature of it is very elastic in nature, lustrous, mean, have very shiny, and is very smooth, stretchable. It is can be stretched about 25 to 30%, can bear the weight of 15 to 30 gram weight. Solubility, it is insoluble in warm HCl or cold concentrated HCl. Deterioration can be happens due to aging, larval attack, and exposure to the sunlight. After that, let's discuss its composition. So it contains wool fiber 31%, dirt 25%, wool sweat 32%, and wool grease which should be removed by the organic solvents. Next is the protein. So it contains protein like keratin protein, two kind of keratin protein, beta keratin and alpha keratin. Beta keratin is unstable, alpha keratin is stable. So it contains the amino acid which is called as cysteine. This is the structure of cysteine which is bounded by a disulfide bond. Two sulfurs are binded by it by a cysteine bond. What are the uses of it? So it's used in the dressing and the medium of filtration. Now the second fiber which is obtained from the animal source is the silk. Let's discuss that. So let's discuss the silk. So this is the biological soap Bombyx Mary. This is the name of the silkworm, and the silkworm is in the form of larva. Should not be in the pupal stage. Okay. So the family is Moriaceae, and geographical source is China, India, and France. Collection is the process of forming the silk is called sericulture. Mean the method to collect the domestic silk. This method is called as sericulture. Very important. And after the egg stage of this larva, you have to the worm will secrete out a cocoon around itself like this, as you can see here. Like this is the larva which is present on the branch of tree. It will begins to secrete cocoon around it, so it will form this like structure around it to protect itself. The worm, as the worm mature into an adult, uh, into the pupal stage, it begins to damage its own cocoon. Okay, so you have to kill the worm before it maturing by the heat, 60 to 80 degrees centigrade, and with the hot water. Now you have to prepare the silk. So first of all, you will go for reeling, you will go to fiber unwinding, then throwing. Multi-filaments or strands are combined together in a combined form. Then the process is deguming, in which you remove the serine. What is serine? Serine is a protein which binds all the fibers together to form this like structure around the larva. Okay. Now let's discuss its characteristics. So it is yellow in color, very elastic and stretchable, about 20%, in the form of continuous and fine, lustrous and soft filaments. Length is about 600 to 1200 meters. Solubility is soluble in HCl but insoluble in water and alcohol. Let's discuss the composition of it. So it composed of two protein. First is fibroin, second is serine. What is fibroin? Fibroin is a protein which is made up of two amino acids, glycine and alanine. So when it undergoes the hydrolysis, two amino acids produce. It is strengthened by the hydrogen bond. These two amino acids bond with the hydrogen bond. When they break, the hydrolysis will happen. Serine is a protein which is secretion of silkworm by the mouth of this worm. This serine is secreted by the gland which is present in the mouth. Sticky material, it is a sticky material which stick around the fibers, make them to combine. What is the function? To protect and to resist the mineral acid accept the H2SO4. So when the H2SO4 add upon it, it cannot survive, it cannot bear. Two types of silk are cultivated silk and wild silk. Cultivated silk is a silk which is spun by the silkworm, while the wild silk is a silk which is not spun by the silkworm. It is spun by other various species of the silk. But other various species of the silk, they secrete the silk which is very tough and hard in nature. So therefore, the most common type is the cultivated silk. Uses are they are used to make ligatures, sieves, fabric, bandage, and serratures. Deterioration happens when they contact with the acid, and the specific acid is H2SO4. Heat, when you heat them at the high temperature above the 100, they cannot bear that. Age also matters. If they kept for a long time, deterioration due to bacteria happens and they cannot survive this. And sunlight has greater effect, that if they are exposed to the sunlight for a long time period, they cannot survive and they begin to deteriorate due to presence of bacteria which is present in your air. So this was all about the silk. I hope that you will like this video. If you like it, then please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also press the bell icon in order to get all the notification of videos which I uploaded. So thank you so much. Meet you soon in the next lecture. Till up, Allah Hafiz.